Operating an excavator. Honestly, it can look like magic. You watch an experienced operator in the cab, and everything just flows. The machine moves smoothly. The bucket hits exactly where it needs to. And somehow, they make moving tons of dirt look almost effortless. But here's the thing. It isn't magic. It's coordination. Today, we're going to break down the basics of operating an excavator using the ISO control pattern. This is the control layout used on many modern excavators. But before you touch the controls, you need to get comfortable. And more importantly, you need to be safe. When climbing into the cab, always use 3 points of contact. 2 hands and 1 foot. Or 2 feet and 1 hand. No jumping in. No shortcuts. Once you're seated, adjust the seat so you can comfortably reach the controls and see your working area. Then, locate the hydraulic lockout lever. Think of this as the excavator's live switch. With the lockout engaged, the controls are disabled. The machine is basically saying, "I'm not moving." Release the lockout, and the hydraulic system comes to life. Now the excavator is ready to respond to your inputs. And if you ever feel confused or panicked, stop, return the controls to neutral, and engage the hydraulic lockout. Before we start moving the machine, let's quickly identify the main parts of an excavator. Because if you don't know what the parts are called, understanding the controls can get confusing very quickly. Let's start with the house. The house is the upper structure of the excavator. This is the part that contains the engine, the hydraulic system, the counterweight, and the operator's cab. The entire house sits on top of the undercarriage, and it can rotate continuously around the machine. That rotation is what we call the swing. Now, the operator's cab. This is where you control everything. From inside the cab, you operate the joysticks, the travel controls, and the other systems that control the machine. In front of the cab is the boom. The boom is the first large arm connected to the house. It rises and lowers, and supports the rest of the excavator's working equipment. Connected to the end of the boom is the stick. The stick is the second arm. It moves in, bringing the bucket closer to the machine, and out, pushing it farther away. And finally, we have the bucket. This is the part that actually interacts with the material. It digs into the ground, holds the soil, and then releases it where you want it. So, from the machine outward, you have the house, the boom, the stick, and the bucket. And inside the house, you have the cab, where the operator controls the entire machine. Think of the excavator like a human arm. The boom is similar to your upper arm. The stick is like your forearm. And the bucket, well, that's basically your hand. The house allows the entire arm to rotate. The boom raises and lowers. The stick reaches in and out. And the bucket does the actual digging. Once you understand these parts, the joystick controls become much easier to understand. Because now, when I say raise the boom, you know exactly which part I'm talking about. When I say retract the stick, you know which arm is moving. And when I say curl the bucket, you know exactly what the machine is doing. Now, let's talk about the joysticks. The easiest way to understand them is to think of your hands as 2 different departments. Your left hand controls the stick and the swing. Push the left joystick forward, and the stick moves away from the machine. Pull it back, and the stick comes toward you. Move the joystick left or right, and the upper structure swings in that direction. Now your right hand. This one controls the boom and the bucket. Push the right joystick forward, and the boom moves down. Pull it back, and the boom rises. Move the joystick to one side, and the bucket curls. Move it the other way, and the bucket dumps its material. Simple enough, right? Well, understanding the controls is only the beginning. Now let's talk about the travel controls themselves. Most excavators use two travel levers or pedals. The left control operates the left track, and the right control operates the right track. Push both controls forward, and the excavator moves forward. Pull both of them back, and it reverses. But if you move only one track, the excavator turns. For example, if the left track moves forward while the right track stays still, the excavator turns toward the right. If the right track moves forward while the left track stays still, the excavator turns toward the left. Operating an excavator isn't about fighting the machine. It's about learning how to communicate with it. At first, you control the machine, but with enough practice, you stop thinking about the controls and start thinking about the job. The machine becomes an extension of your movements. And that's when the operation starts to look effortless. Not because the machine became easier, but because you became better at understanding it. If you're interested in heavy machinery, engineering, and learning how powerful machines actually work, make sure to subscribe. There's a lot more to explore. I'll see you in the next one.